What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Between the Ropes. MacArthur Moore, Wesley Varnador, Hunter Fletcher. We decided to move locations because we were running out of space. We were really cramped. So we moved from my recording space into my upstairs living room, I guess you could call it, office space, whatever. But anywho, we love sports and all things about it. You can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, wherever you watch your podcasts. We are on there. We're also on TikTok, Instagram. So go give us a follow. The NFL is really here. We had the Hall of Fame game last night. When y'all are seeing this, we have no idea who won because we record this early. But today we decided that we would look at some over and unders and kind of just talk about what that might look like this season and if we're going to go higher or lower. So starting out, we're going to start with the Cleveland Browns, who are currently listed as the lowest team in the win total with 4.5. So we going over or under on that one?
Can we just stay at 4?
It's 4.5.
4.5. I'm gonna go under.
Ooh, that's a tough play. See, I don't know. Their quarterback room's kind of a mess right now.
It's a disaster. But Shedeur Sanders has looked like the best quarterback in camp so far, by a lot.
I could agree with that.
I think he's gonna end up being the starter.
I think he'll be the starter week 1 even.
Yeah, I do too.
If you look at the numbers, he's thrown more touchdowns than everybody. He's thrown less interceptions than everybody. I'm rooting for Shedeur. I really like Shedeur Sanders. I think he's a really good player. I think that he got screwed on draft night.
Yeah.
I'm going under as well.
Yeah.
Not so much for the quarterback situation. It's just a bad team. It's just a
team.
really, really bad team.
It's
a
bad team in a tough conference.
Yes. So we'll move right along to the 5.5s. The Tennessee Titans.
Lower.
I'm
Under?
going under. I'm going under. Don't get me wrong. Cam Ward's a dog. But
Who is getting massively disrespected on social media also.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I have not.
Cam Ward, they released Madden ratings this week.
Yeah.
Cam Ward was listed at a 71 overall.
Ooh.
What?
The number 1 overall pick.
That's crazy.
That's criminal.
He is the least talked about number 1 pick
Yeah.
that
In
I think
NFL
I've
history.
ever seen.
NFL history for
And
sure.
he's good.
I think he's gonna have a good career. I think that they don't have the weapons around him.
Yeah.
That he needs.
They have Tyler Lockett, who's like the Adam Thielen for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they did sign Xavier Restrepo, his college wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
But still,
Which could be a good link.
this
could.
team's just, again, much like the Browns, they're just not good.
Yeah.
And one player isn't going to save your organization in
No.
this case in 1 year.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping Cam Ward doesn't get killed. I'm going to go under as well because the team around him sucks.
Yes.
The New York Jets. What we got on the Jets?
Ooh, the Jets is
what's their number?
5.5. All these teams now are 5.5 and up.
5.5. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna give him 6.
Over, you can give them 6.
I'm gonna give him 6.
that's a bold 6.
I'm going under because I'm not a Justin Fields guy at all. Do not care for Justin Fields one bit.
I would like for him to be good. He showed some signs of excellence a little bit last year
in
early
Pittsburgh. Yeah, but how much of that was just Mike Tomlin?
Very true.
Yeah, that's
true.
one thing you definitely have to look at because Mike Tomlin, he's a good coach.
He doesn't fail.
Yeah.
But he's got better offensive options in New York than he had
That's true.
in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson is a much better
Yep.
wide receiver 1
Yeah.
than George Pickens.
Yeah.
And a much better overall person to have in your locker room
Yeah.
than George Pickens.
I'm
I just am not a Justin Fields believer. I really am not. I don't care for him. I mean, he seems fine as a person, but as a player, I'm just again, I'm not a big Ohio State quarterback person.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud is an exception.
He's
to
the
that
only
rule
one that's been great.
in the last decade.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure.
I would go under there. The New York Giants, let's stay in New York, also at 5.5. We talked about it a little bit last week and just kind of what their quarterback situation looks like. And it's kind of a mess, too, because they almost have too many guys that could start week 1. Right now, it's looking like Russell Wilson
Yeah, he's gonna be your starter
week 1. But where do you think, do they go to Jackson Dart? Does Jackson Dart get them some wins? That you got to factor in the 1 week hurrah from Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Which will probably be week 4.
I'm very high on Jackson Dart. I think
like
he
Jackson
is a
Dart.
great quarterback, and I think he has the opportunity to do great in New York if he's given the weapons.
Yeah. Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Malik
do have
Neighbors.
Malik
That's a
Neighbors.
scary duo
Yeah.
for the future. Jackson Dart and Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
I absolutely Love that duo.
I do too.
The
I do
Giants'
too.
defense is one of the most under talked about with Dexter Lawrence
Yes.
and Brian Burns
Yeah.
in their interior line. That's an incredible
Yeah.
two-man. Abdul Carter
I was
Yes,
gonna say, well,
yes.
Abdul Carter.
potential defensive rookie of the year.
I would almost say that he's the favorite
Yeah.
right now for the NFC.
Yeah.
I like the Giants. I'm actually going to go over on the 5.5 wins.
I was gonna say I'll go over. I'll probably do the same thing like the Jets. I'll probably give them 6.
Yeah.
They're not in a super tough division.
NFC East?
but-
Really?
Well, there's 2 good teams in that division.
Yeah.
But I'm also.
Are they better than Dallas though? Do you really think the
Yeah.
Giants are better than Dallas?
I
Well,
think they
Dallas
could
to me
be.
is not that good.
Yeah.
I don't think Dallas is good either, but
But
it's the Giants.
I know, but I'm just saying. I think this might be the year that the Cowboys just fall flat on their face.
Okay. All right.
But I'm gonna give them 6 just because I think their defense is good enough to keep them within
Yes.
distance. As long as their offense can keep the defense off the field and let them rest, I think that's going to be another thing you're going to have to worry about.
Yeah.
But I do feel like 6 is good for them. I'm also with that division. We'll get to them later. The Redskins or the Commanders, excuse me. We think Jay Daniels may have a sophomore slump.
I don't.
That's-
I think he'll be an
that's the only
exception. I
thing
think
I'm
he's going to be an exception to the sophomore slump rule.
Yeah.
I love Jaden Daniels. I'm a big
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels
Yeah.
believer. When we get to Washington, I cannot wait to talk about
Yeah.
that team.
But
What do you think, Hunter?
I think I'm gonna go with you. I think 6 is a realistic number
Yeah.
for them to shoot for.
I think
this
so
year.
too.
So I think it's very achievable.
All right, I think I know the answer to this one. The New Orleans Saints at 5.5. Do we even need to talk
Let's
about
go
this one?
under.
I'm going to go with the under. There is no quarterback in New Orleans.
Dude,
No.
Alvin Kamara can only be good for so long.
Yep.
Chris Olave has to stay healthy. Cam Jordan can only play good for so
Yep.
long. He was kind of washed this past year. I'm going under because of the quarterback situation.
Oh, I'm
there
going
is none.
under. Yeah.
And
Huge
I
under.
am not a Kellen Moore guy. I've
No.
never been a Kellen Moore guy, even in Philadelphia, because you were handed the best offense in maybe 10 to 15 years
Yeah.
as far as the NFL.
Yeah.
Because when you've got Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, a
Yep.
great offensive line,
Yeah.
it's really hard not to succeed.
Yeah.
I get it. He's young, and everybody's like, "Oh, he's a young offensive
Yeah.
guru." Yeah, but I'm not a big Kellen
There's a
Moore
difference
person.
between him and Ben Johnson.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I believe we could have probably took the Eagles team as offensive coordinator and probably won the Super Bowl.
We probably could have done pretty
Yeah.
well. I
Yeah.
agree. And nobody has called me to be an offensive
me
coordinator.
either.
It might shock you.
I'm
But,
still at the bureau, so
well, my offensive coordinator extent is in college football
Yeah.
26,
yes.
but I always skip to be a head
Yeah,
coach.
But I think that the Saints will be lucky to get 3 wins this year.
I'm even saying they could go 2-15. I'm for real. I
It-
think
it's
they
a-
could.
it's a
They,
possibility.
You think
it's
they
in
have a
play.
Panthers
It is
2-15?
I
season?
think it's in play, and then they
Yeah.
could get Arch. It's a good story too. Arch is
Yeah.
from Louisiana. This
Yeah.
is a good
Yep.
situation here.
But like I said last week, the Saints ironically are praying that they can
Yes.
get Arch Manning.
Yes,
No-
they
no-
better hope that boy don't stay in college.
No trust in Spencer Rattler.
No,
No,
no, no.
No, he
I do
was-
not like
It
Spencer
was a
Rattler.
disaster in college with him at Oklahoma. He was supposed to be this top prospect.
He wasn't much better at South
Horrible.
Carolina.
He had glimpses of greatness at South Carolina when they
That
played
was because of
Tennessee.
Xavier Legette, man.
Yeah.
But
XL made him who he is.
But-
That's right.
with that being said, I don't think he's an NFL. He might be a backup, but he's not an NFL starter.
Speaking of XL, we got the Carolina Panthers at 6.5 wins.
Over.
Over.
Yeah.
Over.
I'm gonna go and tell you that's a little disrespectful because I was looking at our schedule.
We
I
have a
think-
favorable schedule.
I think we legitimately have a chance to have 9, maybe even 10 wins.
I've said for a while that our ceiling is 11, but our floor is like 7 or 8.
Yeah,
Our division's wide open.
I think
Yeah.
we could definitely eclipse 8. For
Yes.
Sure.
yeah. I really think the division for us is going to come down to that last game against Tampa Bay. Who's
I
gonna
think
be-
it's us in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
I don't think Atlanta's really in the play. I
No.
think it's us in Tampa Bay and how well Tampa Bay's veteran presence is. And I mean, there's a lot of factors coming in, injuries. You know, we got to get Derek Brown back on the field.
Yeah.
Bryce Young's got to ball out.
Yeah.
But Ted McMillan, Jalen Coker, Xavier Legette, Jimmy Horn, who's one of my favorite players. He's definitely been, to me, the most
Yeah.
impressive player on the offensive side of the ball for camp.
And don't forget about Hunter Winfrey.
Hunter
Yes,
Renfro.
yes.
Hunter
He's
Renfro's
cheap.
having a great little run through here. He's having a great return.
This might be his bounce back.
I think our over under total is definitely mad disrespectful. I definitely think that might be the easiest money line if you
Yes.
bet, which I don't. But if you bet the over on the Carolina
Not
Panthers.
just bet the over, slam the over on the Carolina.
Because that is just that's like free money. Like that's like a
Yeah.
prize picks
Yeah.
type
Yes.
deal.
And I like Hunter Renfro because he's a Carolina guy. I mean,
Right.
South
He's from
Carolina.
Clemson, but he did play in Socastee, which
Yeah.
is not but maybe 45 minutes to an
From
hour
where we
from your
are.
house, so it's not that far.
Yeah. So moving on, Hunter Renfro's former team, the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm going over
What is it?
What's the number?
6.5.
I go over.
I'd go over just because of Gino and Pete Carroll and their
I think they
history
could get-
together.
I think
Ashton
they could get
Genty.
7.
That's your sleeper pick.
Yeah,
From a few weeks
I
ago.
definitely think they could get 7.
I think so too. I even think that they could potentially, depending on the physicality and depending on how things fall, I think they have potential to get 8 or 9. I definitely think
Yeah.
that this is not as an easy pick as the Panthers,
Yeah.
No.
but I really do like Vegas. I love Pete
Yeah.
Carroll. He's one of my favorite coaches of my childhood. I think 6.5 is maybe even a good number, like right at the line, 6 or 7 wins.
Yeah, I'll give them 7 to 8. I think just because I feel like they've got a halfway decent team.
they
They
do.
got a great running back now.
Ashton
Ashton
Genty's
Genty.
such
I
a
think
dog
He's the favorite for offensive rookie of
in
the
the
year.
AFC
Yeah,
because Ted McMillan's the favorite
of
over
course.
in
Yeah.
the NFC.
Yeah, but
Get your facts straight.
I will say that and Geno Smith.
I like Gino. I love his story. I just
great.
love his inspirational. Like he should not be in the league right now. He should be done. Like
Yeah, but
people gave up on him, and I just I'm a sucker for good.
Well, you're
For a
you
good
are.
feel-good
You
story.
For a
are.
good
You-
feel-good
you really
story.
are. Yes.
Moving along to the 7.5, we got the Miami Dolphins. They're an interesting one.
They are just injuries. Injuries is what's going to make or break that team.
And age.
Can I
yes.
tell you one thing? I'm sorry, Justin and Gordy, but I'm slamming under.
You know what? I was about to go under as well. I don't think that's that far-fetched, and I believe this is make or break. I think I said it a few weeks ago, either on my YouTube channel or on here in the pod.
Yeah.
This is make or break for the Miami Dolphins' current core, for head coach Mike McDaniel.
Yep.
I think this is it. If
Yeah,
they don't
and I love Mike McDaniel.
I do too. He's a great personality. A lot of people
Yeah.
don't like him, but I like him. If they do not succeed with Tua, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and whoever's on their defense right now,
Well,
that's it. They'll blow it
Tyreek
up.
Hill's got a lot of making up to do
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
from the comments he made in the offseason.
Yes, he does.
Let's not forget that.
Yes.
But seriously, if Tua can't stay healthy and he's out throwing gang signs again when he gets sacked,
It's going to be bad news.
There-
Bad
I'm-
news for Miami.
I'm slamming under.
I'm also going to go with the under because 7.5. I think they get 7. I think they're a 7-10 team.
I think they might get 6.
I think they're 7-10 merchants.
Okay, yeah.
I'll go under.
Yeah,
So
I'm-
we're all agreeing here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jaguars 7.5. I'm slamming the under.
Yeah, that's a slam dunk under. Because don't get me wrong,
I love Travis Hunter, but still
Travis Hunter and Trevor Lawrence are going to be a great, duo. I think.
another make or break situation. I don't like
Yeah.
Liam Cohen. He's so
Ooh.
cringe. I don't like
Duval.
Liam. I don't like Liam Cohen.
No Duval.
No, it's
But-
Duval.
But-
Duval?
No,
It's under.
it is
It's
under.
under.
It's
It's
most
under.
definitely under.
And I hate it because in my heart, I want Trevor Lawrence to be great and then
Yeah.
win some games. I even said last week they have a chance to
Be pretty good.
be the division winner, maybe.
No.
Just saying.
No, they don't.
And I kind of feel dumb now going saying under, even though I said last week they could possibly could.
The switch up is crazy.
It's crazy.
I feel like they're maybe a 5-12 or 6-11 team.
I was saying anywhere as high as 7-10, as low as 4-13.
Because you said they're what 7.5 is
7.5
line?
is the line for that one.
I'm gonna take it back.
No way.
Whoa, you're gonna play devil's advocate here?
I'm not slamming the under, but I'm just gonna say regular under 7.
Wow.
I'm not slamming it.
That's interesting.
I take back my dunk. 7.
Okay.
Just a little free.
What
throw
about
under.
the Indianapolis Colts?
I have no faith in their team whatsoever.
Is there
It's a
7.5?
under.
Yes.
That's
7.5?
They're 7.5.
That is a slam under.
Hold on.
I don't know that I'd call it a slam.
7.5?
7.5 for Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones.
You're telling me they believe higher in the Colts than they do the Carolina Panthers?
Vegas does. The media does
Vegas
not.
has no idea.
Christ. 7.5.
7.5.
I'm not getting over that.
Yeah.
Under. Daggone slam the under. That is the bet to make if you want to make money this season. Slam the under on the Colts because they're trash.
AR does not have it.
He's not Cam Newton
No.
2.0. I don't know what people are talking
He was drafted
about.
on what he could possibly be
Yeah, potential.
and drafted on potential, not.
Bro can't even stay on the field for an entire
He
game.
quit halfway through the game.
He said, I'm tired.
I'm tired. I want to come out. No,
I'm tired,
you
coach.
you strap your chin strap and you get out there and play under. I'm giving them 3 wins. Under.
3?
3. Wait, they're done. Under.
3 and 14.
They're done. They're done.
That's wild. Atlanta Falcons.
They're 7.5.
Yes.
Okay, they cannot bank everything on
What?
Bijan. Like, there's no way they're banking
Oh
everything
my
on
No,
Bijan.
they're banking it on Michael Penix, Drake London, and Kyle Pitts actually panning out.
7.5. They're 7.5.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that actually think that Atlanta's like low key.
No, Atlanta. I'm going under. I'll give them 7, but I'm not going over.
I'll give them 7 too.
I would
but
give
I
them
don't
7
think
to
it'll-
8.
I think they
I
could.
think they're in
I
the
think they
perfect
could get
spot.
as high as 8.
Wow.
Well, no, I take that
Unfortunately,
back.
No, not you. Just wow. They're 7.5.
I'll take that back. I think their ceiling could be
I think they're.
9 crazy.
I
9.
think their ceiling could be 9 to 10.
I think-
but I think it's under.
I think that their ceiling is actually closer to the 10 or 11, like the Panthers. I actually think they will be competitive. I like Michael Penix,
I do
which
too.
is weird for me to say as a big Panthers fan. Another one of our division rivals, probably our biggest division rival.
They're
to
our
me.
big division rival.
But
I think
I just-
the only way they reach 10 or 11 is they have to beat Panthers both times they see them.
I don't
yeah.
think they're.
I don't think that
I
happens.
think
No,
either
no.
we split it or we win both.
I do too.
I'll be honest.
I don't think they sweep us.
I think the pickups we made this year is great.
They also are going to have to beat Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
to
don't
get
get me
there.
wrong. They drafted pretty good this year.
I like their draft a lot. James Pierce Jr., Jalen
Yeah,
Carter,
the dog
or
from Tennessee.
Jalen Walker.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
He's great coming off the
James
edge.
Pierce, yeah,
Yeah.
very good player.
I'm gonna say under. I'm gonna give them 7,
I'm going on the over.
but
8
I
wins.
think they could reach over. But I'm at my heart. I'm just gonna say under,
Okay, I'm going with the over on 8 wins.
Yeah.
on that one.
which is fine. I mean,
Moving to 8.5. We got the Seattle Seahawks with
Under.
Sam Darnold.
Under.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think Sam
is it
Darnold.
8.5?
8.5.
I don't think Sam Darnold's got it in him.
Well, he's
I
got,
disagree. I disagree.
oh,
Jackson
gosh.
Smith, Nick Jiba.
Yes, but
is his wide
he's got
receiver
Cooper
one.
Kupp.
Cooper Kupp as a very
Which I know
solid.
Cooper Kupp's
forgot
getting
they
old.
got Cooper Kupp. but
Yeah,
he's a good
uh-huh.
veteran wide receiver.
I know
Mhm.
Cooper's getting up there. And I know they lost DK and Tyler Lockett,
Yeah,
but
Tyler Lockett was getting up there in age anyway. They
Yeah.
had to do something there.
okay, 8.5.
8.5.
That's a lot of
That's a
games.
lot.
It's a lot, but look at the division.
Yeah, you got San Francisco,
Who still got some
LA,
injuries?
who's old.
LA's
Arizona's mid.
Matt Stafford still hasn't participated yet.
He hasn't?
No, he's still dealing with back soreness.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh.
I do remember that.
So I'm gonna go over.
I'm gonna go over as well.
I'm gonna say this will be a chance for
Seattle.
Seattle to win the division, but also be a chance for Sam Darnold to prove that last year was not just a fluke, that he has potential to ball.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate at 8.
8. This is also another situation where I think you've got make or break for Mike McDonald, the head coach in
Yeah.
Seattle. I
Yeah.
think he's got to ball out because
Yeah.
they've been fine with Geno Smith. They've
Yeah.
been fine ever since Pete Carroll left, but they haven't been anything special, nothing notable. I
They've
mean, they've just
middle
been.
of the pack.
I mean, remember that game on Thursday night, Chicago, and
Yeah.
that was so bad. That was
Yeah,
that
that
was
Which I will
just
say, a lot of
awful.
Thursday night games this past 2 years have been horrible.
That's true.
They've
Like the
been
Panthers
boring.
Bears game. Oh wait,
Yeah.
I see a common denominator.
Yeah.
The Bears.
It's the Bears. It's the Bears.
What about the Pittsburgh Steelers? Over an 8.5?
8.5?
Yeah, I'm going over.
Aaron Rodgers.
It's not so much Aaron Rodgers. This is just Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Well,
Mike Tomlin, he's a good. He's
never
a
had
veteran
a
coach.
never had a losing season.
Never.
For that reason,
That's my reason.
I'm going over.
I agree. I
I'll
agree.
go over.
They just re-signed T.J. Watt on a big-time 3-year, $123 million deal. I mean, the guy's a monster.
That's crazy.
He
Yeah.
lives in my nightmares. I cannot
Yeah.
stand T.J. Watt because of what he did to Cam Newton. He
Yeah.
ruined this guy's career.
Yep.
But I'm not so much as much Aaron Rodgers, like, oh, I think he's going to have a bounce-back year or anything. No, I think Aaron Rodgers is done.
Yeah, I think he's washed.
It's more just
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin will not have a losing season. And
Yeah.
if they were at 9.5, okay, maybe I go under.
Yeah.
But because they're at 8.5,
I'm gonna go over.
I'm gonna go
for
over.
the Mike Tomlin denominator. Never had a
For
losing
his
season.
credentials.
credentials and receipts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The New England Patriots,
Ooh.
8.5.
They're that high, which they were my sleeper pick.
And they spent a lot of money.
They were my sleeper pick.
That's a brave 8.5.
That's a
Um,
really, and I love Drake May as much as anybody. Maybe my friend Ben,
Carolina
Loves him more.
boy.
Yeah.
but man, that's tough. 8.5 is.
I'm gonna go over because they were my
Really?
sleeper pick, and because
I respect that.
Yeah, stand by your team.
I
Hey,
like that.
I'm standing by my sleeper pick because I feel like Drake May's gonna have a great second year. They went out and got some weapons for him. They got a what's the kid out of LSU?
Will Campbell.
Will Campbell to protect him, which is what
Love
he
Will
needed.
Campbell, big pancake guy.
Yes, I think that I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna give them. They're not gonna win the division because obviously the Bills are the Bills. I
Yeah,
mean,
they're gonna win.
great. But I could see them winning 9 or 10 and possibly
Sneaking
making
into the wild card.
Sneaking into the wild card round.
I don't know. I like the Patriots. I really do,
Yeah.
which is something I would have never said 6 years ago.
Yeah, me
But I
either.
love Mike Vrabel.
Yes.
Love
Yeah.
Drake May.
Yes. And
Did-
I love Will Campbell.
Yes, Stephon Diggs is there. Stephon Diggs enough for Drake May in that offense? That's the question.
Yeah,
for
it
me.
is. I'm still gonna stand on business with my sleeper pick, but that's me.
I'm gonna go with the under. I think they're 8-9.
Yeah.
They're close though. I like the Patriots. I'm rooting for them this year. What about the Minnesota Vikings?
Ooh.
Kevin O'Connell, a great coach. They lost Sam Darnold. They're basically buying into J.J. McCarthy, but J.J. McCarthy
I was gonna say has not looked
having
great.
a rough camp.
He's not having.
How
a great
much are we
camp.
going to freak out about camp?
I'm not gonna freak out about Kent Grant. I'll give it to him. He come off a really bad injury.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of that's rust.
And I will let that slide. But giving a team with a rookie quarter, technically he's a rookie.
He's pretty much a rookie.
A 8.5 is a little high to me.
How much of that is Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson?
I think that has a lot to do with it.
Because O'Connell's the reigning coach of the year. Justin Jefferson,
Yeah.
arguably the best wide receiver in football.
Oh,
To me, he is the best.
He is the best. wide
It's
receiver
between
in
him and
football.
Jamar Chase. But
I'm gonna go under, and it's not because I don't believe in JJ McCarthy. There's a lot of ifs with that team, and I
Yeah.
think the ifs are too much to give them over to 9 to 10 wins. And that division is gonna be kind of tough.
yeah, that's to me the toughest division in football.
I'm gonna give them under I'm gonna go 8 wins under.
Yeah.
But I just do not see them getting over a 9 or 10.
I'm going over
Are
at
you?
10
Really?
because here's why. I do like J.J. McCarthy. I think he's a great game manager. He was in Michigan. What we saw from the preseason last year gave me enough hope to say, okay, J.J. McCarthy's going to be good,
Yeah.
even though he's having a slow camp. And you know who has looked great in camp in Minnesota? Sam Howell has looked terrific. And
Another one. Another one.
if J.J. McCarthy, this is a big if J.J. McCarthy doesn't work out, I want to see Sam Howell get another chance in the National Football League. If that were to happen, I think he is good enough with the talent around him, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Aaron Jones, not a terrible offensive line with
No.
Kevin O'Connell's great scheme. I don't hate the Vikings making a push possibly at the division. I think this is the Lions division to lose, but I'm going the over on the Minnesota Vikings.
Brave over.
That's a-
But I respect it.
I respect it. But
It's not astronomical.
Oh,
It
no,
could
no,
happen.
no.
no, but
It's not like the Falcons or the Saints.
Yeah,
That gives me a throwback to when I used to be a Vikings fan with
Yeah,
Teddy Bridgewater.
fun fact. Hunter used to be a diehard Vikings fan. He used to claim both sides. And finally, one day, we were like, look, dude, it's either the Vikings or the Panthers. Would you rather be with Teddy Bridgewater or would you rather be with the cool people, Cam Newton, Luke Kuechly, Greg Olsen?
You
And
ended
he
up
finally
getting him
joined-
anyway.
Hold on, you got to be careful because we ended up with Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah,
For a year. He was
Yeah,
awful.
I got
I'm
it
just
for a
saying,
year.
you
I
gotta
got
be
it for a
careful.
year.
You got to be careful saying, do you want to end up
When
with
he
Teddy Bridgewater?
switched, though, when he switched, we still had Cam Newton. We
What year
still had
was
our
that?
core together.
What year was that?
2017, 2018,
probably right.
something like
Oh,
that.
So it was
Yeah.
after we went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It was like 16.
He didn't even
It
get
was-
to enjoy the Super Bowl.
I did enjoy the Super Bowl. I watched
You
the Super Bowl.
bandwagon.
He enjoyed the Super Bowl.
Next up, we've got the Dallas Cowboys at 8.5 wins. What's the word on Dallas?
Yeah. Remember, like 5 minutes ago when I said that they were gonna have a bad year?
I do remember that. Yeah,
Under.
I was here.
Slamming it.
Slamming
Under.
the under?
Under.
I cannot believe you. I'm going the under as well.
I'll
Yeah.
stand by the under.
Yeah,
I just
Not very high on the Cowboys.
I think that Dak Prescott is the most overrated quarterback in the National Football League. Jerry Jones way overpaid him with a whatever it was, like an $120 million deal for 4 years. I just don't like that. I just made a video about how the Cowboys need to pay Micah Parsons, but they won't do it because Jerry Jones has no idea how to run a franchise. He's like Dave Tepper on steroids, and I'm not big on the Cowboys. I'm not big on the duo of George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. I think CeeDee Lamb's a great player, but as I mentioned, I think it was just last week, the minute that CeeDee Lamb gets more targets, as he should because he's the way better player,
Yep.
George Pickens is going to freak out in the locker room.
Yeah.
And they can't afford any more off-the-field drama, and for that reason, I am going to slam the under as well with
well,
the Dallas
I
Cowboys.
also think the Cowboys have a problem with paying people because they're
Just in
putting
general.
all this money in certain players, and
Well, they're
then-
not going to be able to afford Micah Parsons.
well, that's the and without him,
Defense is
your
cooked.
defense is
Yeah.
cooked. And I mean, well, George Pickens, make fun of a Georgia player here. You know how they all have problems with driving.
Yeah.
Does George Pickens have a driving problem as well?
I don't know,
He
but
has a
he's a
temper
Georgia
problem.
player.
He
And
has
so
a
what
temper
might
problem.
happen is he might catch CD in the parking lot if he's getting more targets and turn CD into a speed
I'm
bump.
Team CD all the way.
I'm just saying.
So we can all slam the under.
Yeah,
on Dallas.
it's under.
Yeah.
I think they'll get maybe.
What about the Chicago Bears? 8.5.
It's bold.
NFC North.
It's bold.
Home
I
of,
think a lot of their 8.5 is potential for Ben Johnson.
Johnson.
home
I
of
mean, the
an-
dude's a quarterback guru. I mean,
home of an ex-Panthers legend, DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love DJ Moore.
I don't.
He's a little bit overpaid.
I don't think I love going over 8.5.
either. I don't either.
I'm gonna sit right around 8.5, and I'll give them 7 to 8 wins. And I'm saying that as I'm not a big Caleb Williams fan.
Yeah, I'm not.
No.
I'm not. I'm a big Ben Johnson fan.
Yes.
I think he's a great
Former North
quarterback.
Carolina quarterback, by the way.
Nobody cares. I think that he's going to be a great.
Salty.
That's insane.
Salty.
It is Wolfpack. I think that he's going to be a great asset to Chicago.
This
But
will be the first time without Dan Campbell for Ben Johnson, and there's a lot of questions surrounding that. I love Ben Johnson.
I do too.
think
I love
he's
him
a
to death. Dude's great.
Great. I wish he would have been our head coach, but I'm very thankful with Dave Canales.
Yes.
But like during the whole coaching carousel, it was big.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we need Ben
Yeah.
Johnson. We need Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
But this is his chance to break away from Dan Campbell, and it's
Yeah.
going to show how much of the Lions' success was on Ben Johnson and how much of it is currently on Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
And I think I'm also not a big Caleb Williams guy. I love Romo Doomsday.
Well, he's got some
Love
weapons.
DJ Moore. The weapons are there.
Yeah.
I'm going the under because of what I said about Minnesota. That's really my only reason. I'm higher on Minnesota as a team than I am Chicago.
Well,
Ben
Minnesota's
Johnson's
got
gonna
more
have-
weapons on offense and defense than
Yes.
Chicago.
Yes. I would trust Caleb Williams a little more than JJ McCarthy as far as like
It's
ceiling.
true. Very
Yeah.
true.
But also, I would say that the floor is lower than Caleb
Yeah.
Williams. So I'm going to go the under on Chicago. I think they've got 6 to 8 wins in them.
What you think, Hunter?
I think under. Just because I'm the same as y'all, I'm not high on Caleb Williams. I don't think he's the superstar quarterback that he was made out to
I
be.
think he'll be good.
He's a good quarterback,
Yeah.
yes, but I don't think he's going to carry a team to a Super Bowl or deep into the playoffs.
No.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm probably going to get roasted for this, but any man who paints his fingernails,
Interesting.
I agree.
negative Ghost Rider.
Interesting take. What about the Arizona Cardinals? 8.5
Under.
as well.
Under.
I don't
Under.
love Jonathan Gannon. I think he'll be fired at the end of this year. Kyler Murray is the worst. Bryce Young.
Which,
Bryce
don't get me
Young is
wrong,
much
Kyler
better than
Murray.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray has when he's not playing Call of Duty.
He's average.
When he's playing Call of Duty, he's average. But like he has been good.
He was my fantasy quarterback for a few years. Did put up solid work, but
I mean, they've got Marvin Harrison Jr.
he's gonna have to bounce back. He's gonna have to have a huge sophomore.
I
year.
think
didn't
he
play that
could.
well as a
I
rookie.
think he could. He had flashes his rookie year.
Yeah.
I almost said freshman. But I think he has some flashes. I think that I'm not saying that Arizona's a terrible team, but because they had a possibility of making the playoffs till we decided to beat them in overtime
That was
last year,
fantastic.
which
Sent
I loved.
those
It.
boys to Cancun.
Chuba Hubbard walk-off rush, loved it.
It was
Carolina
fantastic.
Reaper.
But I'll tell you this: I think they're a sleepy good team, but I'm still gonna go under.
I don't think so. I think they have 6 wins.
I'm gonna give them 8.
I'm gonna ride with MacArthur. I think 6 wins is
My
probably
guy, right here.
Look, y'all
That's
can
probably
ride together,
realistic.
and when we come back and I'm right,
I don't know what's gonna happen.
you can just all tell me that I'm smarter.
We're gonna ride together. You're gonna be walking.
That's fine. I'll thumb a ride.
With who, Jonathan Gannon?
I'm
Wait
not.
a minute. Wait, who remembers the clip? Who rode the team bus here today? That's Wesley.
Yeah.
Wesley's the team bus guy.
I'll thumb a ride because I'm not getting on that bandwagon of over.
All right, so we moved to 9.5 now. The Washington Commanders,
Ooh.
NFC East.
What-
Philadelphia Eagles are
What
in
was
that.
what was their record last year?
I want to say it was.
Did they have 10
and
wins?
Either
Because they were in
10
the
or 11.
they were in the NFC Championship last year.
They were, but they weren't supposed to be there
No, they were not,
because they were supposed to lose to Detroit.
and they ended up beating Detroit.
Right, which was a great game.
I think I want to say they had 10 wins.
It was either 10 or 11.
9
10 and 7. They were
10 and 7. I tell you what, I'll go over. Do I think Jaden Daniels may have a sophomore slump?
I don't.
Maybe, and I say just maybe. But they did pick up Debo Samuel, which is going to be a good
Yeah.
weapon for him.
If Debo Samuel is still playing at the level that he was.
That is true.
in San
Also, but
Francisco.
also Scary Terry is still holding out.
Yeah, I don't like that. I think we talked about it last week. I'd be handing him a blank check.
And I would too. I think I'm still going to go over. But if something happens and Scary Terry does not sign with them,
I think they'll get a deal done.
Yeah,
I do
don't-
too.
I don't
I
worry about
foresee them
that.
getting a deal done.
I do too. That's why I'm not like over here saying slam the under. I'll give them the over. I'll give them another
like the
10-win
over.
season.
Y'all want to hear a crazy take here?
You-
Jaden Daniels is arguably the best quarterback in the NFC this year, and he's a low-key MVP.
I don't know.
I think what we saw in the rookie year of Jaden Daniels is just the beginning. I think we could be looking at Jaden Daniels as a potential generational type quarterback, and he definitely, to me, was the best quarterback in the playoffs last year.
Can I poke the bear?
Sure,
They said the same thing about C.J. Stroud.
they did.
Okay, granted, no, he did not take his team to the AFC Championship his first year, but
Much harder conference.
Yes.
to make that argument.
But the same argument was made for C.J. Stroud, and I'm not trying to say that Jaden Daniels 100% certified. You can book it here. He's gonna have a sophomore slump, but I'm not gonna say he's the best quarterback in the NFC because there are some good quarterbacks.
To me, he is. To me, he is when he's playing at his best.
and that's your take. That's why I'm not
Yeah.
like pooping on your take.
Nah.
But I'm just saying, in my opinion, which everybody's got an opinion, I'm not gonna give him the best title, but I do think they're gonna be over.
So who's your best then? If it's not Jaden Daniels, who is the best quarterback in the NFC?
Bryce Young.
I hope so.
The Grim Reaper. No, I'm gonna or Slim Reaper.
Carolina
Carolina
Reaper.
Reaper. I messed that one up, but anyway,
Zero ball knowledge.
zero ball knowledge. But anyway, I think in the NFC, I mean, you got Baker. Baker's great.
Yeah, Baker is a good
Like
quarterback.
Baker.
But solid. Jalen Hurts, as much as he's been in the converse, as much publicity as he's had, especially between the banter of him and Cam Newton's been the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is good. Granted, he's surrounded by arguably the best offense in the NFL. I think anybody would be great in that offense.
I agree.
I'm not saying that Jaden Daniels is not like top tier in the NFC. I'm just not going to give him number one.
It's not so much like I don't think Jaden Daniels is the best quarterback in the NFL or anything. I just think who else is there? And if you look at Baker, okay, Baker's good, but he's an interception machine. He's never led his team past, first, second round.
True.
He's just not. I mean, to me, he's not as good as Jaden Daniels. Jalen Hurts is a product of his surroundings
of a system,
and he's a good quarterback. I'm not saying
Yeah.
he's bad. I like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has grown on me a
Yeah.
lot in the last year, but I still think, to me, when you surround, it's not Jared Goff, it's not Bryce Young yet, it's not Caleb Williams.
Well, see,
it's not Jordan Love. So your
well,
options are waning here.
Jared Goff to me is
A system guy.
is yes, and I'm interested without Ben Johnson this year.
How much of that is going
How much of his success the last 2 years have been Ben Johnson?
I think that goes back to what we were talking about with Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
How much of it is Ben Johnson? How much of it is
Yeah.
Dan Campbell? And how much of it is Jared Goff? So to me, I think Jaden Daniels is the best quarterback in the NFC. He showed it at the end of last year. So are we all going on the over?
I'm gonna go
Why-
over.
I got a question. Would you go out and step out and say that he's top 3 quarterback in the league?
No.
Just a little sidebar.
No, I wouldn't.
No, yeah.
Because here, to me, pure talent, it's for this year, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is 5th.
Okay.
And then probably
you gonna do my boy Josh Allen that bad?
I don't think
I like
you put,
Josh
I don't
Allen.
think you put Patrick Mahomes over Josh Allen.
No,
You
I think you
don't?
could.
I think
you definitely could.
I think that's
Um,
like
I
a
think
given.
Josh Allen should be in the top 3 though.
I think to me, and I'm not pooping on Joe Burrow because I love Joe. I
Yeah,
do. A
he's
lot of
one of my
people don't.
favorites.
Some of my buddies in Arkansas don't. But I think to me, you got Patty 1. I'm gonna go Josh Allen 2, Lamar 3, Burrow 4, and Jaden Daniels or Hurts 5.
Yeah, I don't hate that list. I think you could definitely take those 4, like Burrow, Allen,
Oh, the top 4
Lamar,
can be flip flop
and
either
Patrick
direction,
Mahomes, and flip
Yeah.
it the way you want, and you're cool.
Yeah.
But we got to get back to our over.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry for the sidebar, guys.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield, Todd Bowles,
What's
nine
the
and
number?
9.5.
9.5.
9.5.
I'll go. I'm gonna go over, and I'm gonna put this little slash beside the over. I think either us or them are gonna be the 10-win team out of the NFC South.
Yes.
I'm gonna say over just because. You can't count Baker out like we said last week. Was it 41 passing touchdowns,
41 touchdowns.
4,500 passing yards, 16 picks. I get it, but he's a gunslinger.
He likes to
He
throw
likes to
into
throw
tight
it.
windows.
And I think that they're going to be a 10-win team, 11 possibly.
I think their ceiling's 12.
Yeah,
12
they're a great team,
Yeah,
and
they
I'm going to give it to them for now until they start aging out,
Which could be this year.
which could be this year. I think this year may be a Super Bowl or bust for them, and I'm not saying that they're going to win the Super Bowl. Trust me, I'm not. But
Like this is kind of their last hurrah.
yeah, I think this might be the last hurrah for this team before you start seeing some people getting traded away or not re-signed, and you start to see them trying to go young
Some
again.
aging, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate and hometown bias. I'm gonna go under. The reason I say that is because the only way I think they go over is if they beat the Panthers both times.
And you don't think that they'll beat the Panthers both
I don't. I
times?
think they'll split.
I think they'll split.
I think they'll split or we win it out.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the over as well because I think there's a world where the Panthers are 9-8 and Tampa Bay's 10-7, 11-6, and we
Yeah.
both make the playoffs.
Yeah, I do too. I think
I
we
see
could be in
that
the wild card round.
Even if we don't win the division, I think
Yeah.
we can be that team that like sneaks in as the last
Yeah.
spot. So I'm gonna go with the over.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Los
I can
Angeles
respect that.
Rams 9.5.
Um,
I'm going under.
I'm gonna go under.
I just
and
I don't love their team.
I say that because of Matthew Stafford.
You think this is the end of the road for him?
I'm concerned about his back injury, him still not being at camp.
And he's aging.
He's getting older. Don't get me wrong. He did great. Led them to a Super Bowl victory against Joe Burrow a couple years
Yeah.
ago.
He's a Rams legend.
Yeah, he is. And I mean, I don't hate it for him because I mean, he's always been a Detroit quarterback.
Yeah.
But him and his wife are phenomenal together, and that's a
Love-
sidebar. But
love Matthew
I love
Stafford.
Matthew Stafford. I do.
I do too.
I just think that this is probably going to be his last year, and
In LA or just in the NFL
I
in
think
general?
in the NFL in general.
Wow.
And it's not because I hate him. I don't.
Right.
It's just he's had some injuries.
He's in his late 30s.
His back's hurting, and I think that I think that's going to hurt him and hurt that team.
Mhm.
Granted, they do have some great offensive weapons.
They do. Puka Nacua.
Devontae Adams.
Oh, yeah. Devontae
Yeah.
Adams. I like that dude a lot in the wide receiver corps.
I just
Bounce back year for Devontae.
I think so, but it all stems on is Stafford going to be starting
Ready to
week 1
go.
if he's going to be ready, and I think that's what's going to hold me back on going over, and I'm going to go under.
Yeah.
I'm going under as well.
My girlfriend's grandpa, if he ever saw this, he would hate to hear this, but I'm gonna go under because they are diehard Rams fans.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to go under. I don't foresee that happening. A 10-win season.
That's tough.
Now, if
That's high.
Now, I will say if Stafford comes back and he's great,
Maybe.
I would say
Yeah.
over. But because of just the questions around him, I'm concerned about going over.
Yeah. I
Staying
agree.
in LA, the Chargers, my sleeper pick at 9.5. I'm going to go with the over. I'm big believers in I'm a big believer in the Chargers, big believer in Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Love Justin Herbert. Amari Hampton, maybe the steal of the first round.
Yeah, especially with Naheem Hines not Naheem Hines, which
Najee
I think he
Harris.
did sign.
Najee Harris.
I think he did sign in LA anyway. But yeah, Najee Harris having the eye problem, still not participating.
I
Yeah.
think Amari Hampton's your.
I think Amari Hampton has secured RB1.
Yes.
Um,
Lad McCockney.
Yeah.
As the
I mean,
wide receiver one. I like him a lot.
Yeah, I like Ladd. He's kind of a well-rounded
yeah.
wide receiver.
I think the Chargers' questions stem at the defensive side of the ball to me. Losing Joey Bosa.
Mm-hmm.
They did not re-sign Asante Samuel. He's still a free agent, which I just cannot believe. For the right price, I say Carolina goes after him. But
Yeah.
there are questions on the defensive side of the ball. But I like Los Angeles. I like the Chargers. Potentially.
I'm gonna go under, and the
Okay.
only reason I'm going under is because of a pick I'm gonna make later. Not gonna spoil it yet, but everybody probably knows. But I'm gonna go under, and it's not because I hate the Chargers. I think they got a great young team. I think they got a great coach. There's a lot of potential there. They possibly could go over, and
I
they
think
could maybe
Jim
eat it.
Harbaugh might win Coach of the Year.
But I think they'll probably. I think they'll get 9.
Okay.
And it's not because I hate the Chargers. I don't. There's any Chargers fans watching it. I don't hate you guys. I think y'all have a great team. That division is just
Hard.
it's pretty tough.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm gonna go under.
Houston Texans at 9.5. I'm going over, and I think they win the division.
I'm gonna go over. And I know last week I said that earlier that I think that maybe Jacksonville hoping they have a bounce back. I don't. I say I
just
hope.
don't see them
It's-
beating Houston.
Houston's got a great team.
They do.
CJ Stroud is a dog.
He's going to come back.
I think he's going to have a bounce back year 3. I think he's going to show that sophomore slump was just what it is, a slump.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to come back and show everybody the rookie season CJ Stroud, maybe even better. I'm going to slam over, and I'm going to give them the division title.
I will too.
I'll ride with you.
The over.
I'll ride the over.
What about Green Bay Packers?
Under.
9.5. Under?
Under.
Whoa.
I'm going 9.
9.
9.
Okay.
Oh, that's a
9 or
solid
8.
line.
And I'm not saying slam on like 4 wins. No. They have a good team. And that Jordan Love pick with Rodgers still there is starting to look like a pretty good draft
I
pick
like
in the
Jordan
first round.
Love a lot.
Yeah.
There's some questions surround the team.
Him.
in him, and I'm not hating the Packers. I think again they are in the toughest division in the NFL.
Yes, they are.
I think it's Detroit's division, but I'm going to say under 9-8 wins. Now they could go over win 10. It's going to be tough because you can't have so many 10-win teams in that division.
You've swayed me. I was going to say over, but the division, I am really high on Minnesota. I'm going to go with the under at 8-9.
Yeah, I'm going to go. They could sneak in.
They could. But they'd have to win 9 games.
And they could possibly beat Minnesota twice, or they could split it. But
sure.
I think that their ceiling is 10, 11, but I think they're at 9.
Okay.
I'll agree with that because, like you said, it's definitely the Lions conference to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. NFC North, it's the toughest division in football, and the Lions are one of the best teams in
And
football.
you would have never said that a couple years ago.
No way.
Which is
no
crazy.
way.
And that just shows you what drafting the right way and hiring the right coach
and getting
can do.
good executives does for you.
Yes.
What about the Denver Broncos 9.5? I'm going to go with the under. I think Bo Nix has a sophomore slump. I do not like Sean Payton. I think he's a good coach, but I don't like him. I'm going to go with the under.
Go ahead, Hunter.
9.5.
No, I won't go over. I think
Over?
Bo Nix, if he sticks with it, I think they could get 10.
You ready for this?
You're going to go over. I already know.
Yep, I'm going over because this was the pick I was talking about when we were talking about the Chargers.
Whoa, are you for real?
It was for real. Yep, it is. I think that I think Bo Nix may have a sophomore slump, but I'm believing in Bo. I am. He had a great rookie year. He did something that nobody thought was going to happen. Nobody thought he was going to come out and lead the Broncos like he did.
No, I definitely didn't.
I mean, look at what the Broncos, and it was with Russell Wilson. Look what they did the year before.
And
They were horrible.
That's true. That's true.
And look what Bo Nix did.
I like Bo Nix. I don't have a problem with Bo Nix. I think he's going to be a great fantasy player.
I
But I think he'll have a sophomore slump this year.
My pick this year, I'm going over for the Broncos. And, hot take, I got to look in my camera, they're going to win the division.
Really?
Over Kansas City?
They're going to beat Kansas City.
Holy crap.
Yep.
No way.
Yep.
That is a
Broncos over Kansas City, and I will explain when we get there, but Broncos over Kansas City, you heard it here from me, Wesley, Broncos division winner.
I cannot believe that.
Yep.
We got to move on after that really bold take. What about the Cincinnati Bengals, our final 9.5 team? I like him. I like him a lot. I'm going over. I think potentially, depending on what the defense does, they're a 13 to 14 win team. Joe Burrow is my MVP favorite. I think I've already said that on this podcast before.
You have.
I'm very big on Joe Burrow in 2025. I think that him, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, that's a great offensive trio. This is a make or break year for Zach Taylor.
Yeah.
And so for that reason, I'm going with the over. They have to get out hot. I think they will. I think 11 to 12 wins is realistic. 13 to 14 wins is like, okay, they're having a great year.
I'm gonna say over, but with an asterisk.
With an asterisk.
If they come out and start like they did last year, 0-3, 0-4, not hitting it.
way.
Not hitting it.
No.
They have potential to do it. I mean, they've won the Super Bowl before, and it's not been too far removed. They went to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have a great team. Joe Burrow's great. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins are great. If they get 10 wins, it's going to be on their shoulders.
Three.
It's not going to be on the defense because the offense is going to come out and score like 50 points a game.
I agree.
I'm going to go over. I'm going to go 10.
Okay.
I'm not going to give them 11 or 12. I'm going to give them 10. But I'm going to say if they come out slow or their defense is horrible,
that's
they're done.
wraps.
They're done.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Wesley here on 10. I don't see them
So over.
going light years above and beyond 10, but I definitely think they'll get 10.
Yeah. So moving on to the 10.5 teams, what about the San Francisco 49ers? This has been the team that I have looked at the most this offseason with like asterisks all around him.
Everywhere.
Because Brock Purdy, they just gave him a big contract.
Yep.
Brandon Ayuk, and he's struggling with some kind of injury right now.
I
camp?
think Ayuk tore his ACL last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's coming back from that. McCaffrey is a walking, and I love Christian McCaffrey.
We love Christian McCaffrey.
But he's a walking Band-Aid
hospital patient
commercial because he's hurt. And I think part of that probably is because we leaned on him so much.
Oh, we overused
Carolina.
him. Absolutely. Yeah.
But there's a lot of asterisks. I'm going to go under.
I'm going under. I think 10.5 is actually insane.
That's high for them.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go under
that's a
as well,
reach.
but I think the more realistic number is around 8.
8 to 11.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah.
I'll give the floor to them a 7.
Yeah. I was
but I
going
wouldn't
6.
put the ceiling nowhere above 11.
Yeah.
No, there's too many ifs and buts with
Yeah.
this team for me to go over. I'm
Me
sorry.
too. Me
I'm
too.
sorry. I just-
What about the Detroit Lions? We've kind of talked about this team and Ben Johnson and now Aaron Glenn's in New York.
Yep.
They're slated at 10.5.
Yep.
They are all of our division favorites for the NFC North.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to start us off. I think they get the over. I think they hit 12 or 13 wins. I think they win the NFC.
Yep. I think they're definitely going to win the division. I'm going to give them 11 to 12. I think at the end of the year, if our Panthers don't make the NFC Championship, I think
Real.
it's going to be between the Eagles and
The
the Lions in
Lions.
the NFC Championship game. I do.
I would love
Yeah,
to see
I can
that
see
game.
Or I would love to see a rematch of last year's divisional round. And
Washington?
I'd love to see Washington and Detroit.
Ooh, that would be
And
nasty.
I know I said earlier the questions about Washington, but I think they're a good team still. Don't get me
Yes.
wrong, I think they're a good team.
Yeah.
That would be a fun NFC
Yes,
championship.
that would be a really good one.
I'm gonna go over. I am. I'm gonna slam over.
I'm gonna go over as well, and I don't think it's too far fetched to say 14.
Yes, I don't either. They were 14 and 3 last year.
Yeah.
I
in
think
that
they-
tough
I think
division.
they
In a really
run
tough
it,
division.
I think they run it back.
I think they're a 13-win team.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of questions, like you said, losing
They're
their
coordinators.
coordinators. There's a lot of questions, but like you said earlier, is that on
Dan
them
Campbell?
or is that Dan Campbell?
Yes. So I think that's a question. That's
Yeah.
why I don't love the 14-15 win
Yeah.
stuff. But
Yeah.
I definitely think that 12,
13's a
13
chance.
is,
Yeah,
is
I think that's
and
great.
10.5, that's like a gimme to
Yeah.
me for
Yeah.
Detroit.
I think so too.
Moving into the top tier at 11.5, we've got the defending Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. They lost Kellen Moore to New Orleans, who we kind of talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Not a big Kellen Moore guy. What do you think?
I'm gonna go over.
Over
With
an asterisk.
another asterisk.
This guy has more
need an
asterisks than the
asterisk.
Houston Astros.
We need an asterisk counter on the.
we
on the
do,
video.
and you probably could put that
I
up.
probably can do that.
But what I'm saying, and the reason I'm saying this is they lost some pieces on defense.
yes.
They did. Granted, their offense is still nasty.
Yes.
I think they can, but I think they're gonna be. I think the Commanders could possibly be right behind them.
I think they could compete. I think we could have a battle.
I think that division is gonna be a great down the stretch towards the end of the year.
The top two teams, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And New York could play spoiler, high key.
Yeah,
Really?
I mean, not like winning the division, but
No.
they could ruin some people's season. Kind of
You
like
go
we
back and
did
look
at the
my
end of
take
last
on
year.
on the Giants earlier, but I think that I'm gonna give them over because, like I said, I think we could go in as coordinators and have great careers
with the Eagles.
with
yeah.
the Eagles just because of that offense.
I like
And
12. I like 12 a lot.
I'd give them 12.
I like that.
I'm gonna
give 'em
say ELGLES. Eagles get a 12.
I was so scared that I was so
No,
scared.
you have to understand the reference.
Yeah, understand ball knowledge.
No, I was just I was scared that you were gonna misspell Eagles.
No,
That's
no,
the whole
not
point.
not IRL. Just you got to understand. The
What about
reference.
last year's Super Bowl losers, the Kansas
Ooh.
City Chiefs?
I have never bought into, and I will never buy into the Kansas City Chiefs. I think it's some sort of black magic in Kansas City. I don't know what.
You think
it
it's
is.
still around though?
They've got to give up the ghost at some point.
Are we talking the Kansas City Chiefs or the Kansas City refs?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, don't.
That's the black magic I was referring to.
Yeah, well,
That-
don't get me wrong. They're a good team,
Very.
and I'm gonna
Very.
stand on my shock pick of the Broncos. I think they get under, and
Under 11.5.
And here's my why.
Do you think that Denver is going to sweep?
I don't
Kansas
think, I
City?
don't think they're gonna sweep. I think they'll split. But my why is Travis Kelce's getting older.
Yes.
He's,
Patrick Mahomes is 30 now.
yeah.
They're going to have to retool.
I'm gonna say,
Soon.
and I'm saying this now. Travis Kelce did not have a good year last year,
No.
and he was a ghost in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he was not.
Was not even there. I think he was more worried about how many times Taylor Swift was getting shown on the jumbotron. I think I think this is Travis Kelce's last year. I think he's done. I think that's going to hurt.
And then he's gonna go be an actor in Happy Gilmore 3. Is that what this is gonna be?
He's going to go in the Hollywood.
He's gonna be the head manager in Happy Gilmore 3 at the
Lord
restaurant.
Help us. But I do think that it's under, and I'm only saying that because they're all getting older. Travis Kelce is not who he used to be.
Yeah.
Is it Ray Rice? Not Ray Rice. Rashee Rice.
Yes. The wide receiver.
Yeah, he's having to spend what? Spend like one night of jail for so many months.
I like Xavier Worthy a lot more.
I do too. He was a great pick last year.
He was a great pick.
I drafted him in my dynasty league last year just because of Patrick
That's
Mahomes.
great. That's a great pick. I had him in our friends league, and that was good. I'm gonna go on the over. I think they have a bounce back year. I think that Andy Reid is gonna have these guys absolutely. He's just gonna run them through the mud right now in camp, and I think they come back. I think they have a really good bounce back year. Moving on, you've made your pick.
Well, yeah, I think I've made it evident. I'm choosing under, and the leading factor of that is beyond my beliefs and the way I think about the team.
And the black magic.
It's how many close calls they had last year.
That could have flipped. Yeah,
their biggest close call, in my opinion, was against the Panthers. They would have lost if there wasn't a called back touchdown.
I think it was Cincinnati.
You're forgetting the Broncos game.
Yeah, that's true.
There was several last year that would have put them.
They could have easily been 8-9, 9-8.
Yeah. Oh, close. Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, there
sure.
was a lot of are the refs giving them the game type calls last year?
Yeah, for sure. And then they just blew it up in the Super Bowl.
They didn't
that
just
was
blow
so
it up.
bad.
That got destroyed.
Yeah.
I love watching that. I'm not an Eagles
moving
fan.
along, let's go with the Buffalo Bills.
Yep.
11.5. Bold take for me. I'm going the over. I think they win the AFC.
Such a bold take.
I think that this is Josh Allen. Yeah, I know, right? I think Josh Allen has another great year. I don't think he wins MVP. I think this is a very talented Buffalo squad. Love Sean McDermott. Wish he would have never left Carolina. I'm going on the over.
I agree. 100%. Josh Allen, the people's MVP.
Yeah, I'm just going to tell you it's over. And they are my pick for the AFC winner.
Yes.
Overall. Solely, I would love to see Josh Allen in the Super Bowl.
He's earned it.
Him and that franchise.
Oh, Bills Mafia.
The Bills Mafia deserves a Super Bowl.
The entire state of New York might burn down if the Bills win a Super Bowl. The Bills
city of
Mafia.
Buffalo,
Oh my goodness.
The city of Buffalo might explode.
Y'all thought it was big when the Eagles won their first Super Bowl in 2018. Y'all ain't seen nothing.
You might see somebody jump off the stadium onto a table.
If the Bills win a Super Bowl in the next little bit, oh my gosh, we're gonna see absolute chaos.
Be absolute chaos.
Yeah.
I do, but
I can't wait to watch from afar.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll watch it from the comfort of our homes.
But I'm slamming over with you guys.
And I am too. So to end us off, the Baltimore Ravens.
Ooh,
11.5.
I'm going 10.
Ooh.
You think they win the division or no?
I do.
Okay.
I do. And I like Lamar. I like Derrick Henry.
They're a good team. They're very talented.
They are a very talented team. Their defense is always great. I'm gonna go 10.
So I'm gonna go
because it's 11.
11.5.
I'll go 10 or 11.
I think they win 11.
Yeah,
because I think Cincinnati's going to win the division. I really do.
Yeah.
And that has nothing to do with just, I don't like Baltimore. I don't think Baltimore's good. No, that's just how much I believe in Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. I think they have a bounce back year.
I'm giving Baltimore the division.
Okay.
But
that's a good division, too. That's sneaky good.
It is sneaky good.
It's sneaky good because a lot of depth, and then you got the Cleveland
As much
Browns.
as Aaron Rodgers is old and he looked horrible in New York,
it's still Mike Tomlin, man.
It's still Mike Tomlin. And
Aaron
Rodgers is just Perk Rodgers,
Yeah, for sure.
But I think they're going to hit 10 or 11. I think they're going to win a division. I don't think they're not going to make the AFC Championship game.
I like the Ravens at 11.
I like them at 11
I
too.
had Lamar Jackson for a couple of years in fantasy football.
I had him last year in a league. He was fantastic.
I think I had him the year before. And I had Derrick Henry as well when he was with the Titans. And I'm a big fan of both of those players.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's
under.
A big question mark kind of.
Yeah.
But I think 11 they have in the bag.
Yeah. I'll give them 11.
Okay. Well, that'll end this week's episode of Between the Ropes. Thank y'all so much for watching this longer episode. I hope y'all like the new setup. I like it a lot. I like having
it's
the
way,
drink.
more comfortable.
It is much more comfortable. It's nice to actually be able to like look over at y'all and not like feel like y'all are so
Not have to look at you in a line.
yeah. So anyway, like I said at the beginning of this video, follow us on all of our social media accounts, and thank y'all so much for watching. Have a great day.
See ya.